Thank you very much. He is Luke Wilson. He is Davis Sanchez. The Miami Dolphins, their offense is looking great. I mean, Tua is looking unstoppable. Through 3 weeks, they hung 70 points on the Denver Broncos. A lot of differing opinions online about this. Davis?
Yes.
Is Miami the best team in the AFC?
Absolutely, they are. Absolutely. And it starts with their offense. They're the best offense. And if you look at what's most impressive is the offseason, they've been building a team for the last 2 years that's a speed team, to get vertical, to get past defenses. And they built that team. And then there's been a massive shift in the National Football League where every defense is schematically building their defense to take away your vertical shots. And what's been most impressive, Luke, is they've adjusted to that. So I went on my NFL camp tour in the summertime, and every defense pre-snap, I'd say 80% of the snaps, they were in a too high shell. Now, what they did out of that shell varied, but often it was too high. And that's just kind of everyone's base defense now. I mean, when you were 5 years ago, when you're playing, you're seeing a lot of single high and then teams moving around. But everything is too high. Everything is taking away the deep shots. Miami built the team for that, and now they've adjusted. They're taking what the defense gives them. They're running the rock. If you don't go single high, they'll beat you deep. So they're just adjusting, and there are a multitude of ways they can beat you. It's impressive.
Yeah, Davis, I agree. After 3 weeks, you've got to say this is the best team in the AFC. And you nailed it, the balance for me. Okay, we're throwing the ball at Tyreek. Oh, he wasn't even in today. Jalen Waddle's another weapon. Mostert from the backfield. Tua's been on time. Everything's been very fluid. I mean, when you get to the point where you're doing no-look shuttle passes, that's how you know you're really cooking. And again, Tyreek is the star outside of Tua here. But for me, it's not just about him. They have so many other weapons. And that's what's impressive about this team. That's why I give them the nod. And I will say that defensively, do I think they're this elite, stout defense? No, but I do think they are a good defense. Yeah. And all they're really going to need to do is create a couple turnovers and not give up too many points. Yeah. And this offense should handle the rest. Yeah.
I can't wait for next Sunday because we're going to get to see this Miami offense go into Buffalo and take on the Bills defense. And after what we saw the Bills do to the Washington Commanders on Sunday, Luke, can they slow down the Miami offense?
I think they can. To be honest, I think it's unlikely. But I do think they have the ability to, and it starts with pressure on Tua. They need to get in his face, make him feel uncomfortable. Tua's just been way, way, way too comfortable in all these games so far. And today you kind of saw, I mean, with the amount of sacks the Bills had today, that was something special. And their whole performance as a defense today, I don't care if it's against the Commanders, that's a very special performance by them. So if they're going to slow them down, I wouldn't necessarily say let's match up because you can't match up with this team. Let's put as much pressure as we can on Tua and hope that he makes mistakes.
They have to win like they played today. They have to create turnovers. Yes. That's the way they do it. I agree with you. They can't stop. Miami.
You don't want to go punch for punch with this team.
It's no chance. I'm with you. So for the pundits after week one and how bad Josh looked and how bad its offense looked, who all said Josh can't try to be Superman. He's got to play within the system. Well, if you do that against the Miami Dolphins, you have absolutely no chance of beating them. The Buffalo Bills can't beat the Dolphins if Josh Allen isn't the best quarterback on the field and isn't special, how you want to say, play above the call,
ad-libbing,
off schedule, all of that. He's got to be special, Josh. He's got to be above the call, Josh. He's got to be Superman. He has to be all those things because looking at the rosters, and this is not a knock on the Bills, it's a compliment to Miami. They're just a better team, and they're more talented. So for you to beat them, you're going to have to, your best players, Josh Allen's the best player on the field. Josh Allen's better than Tua. Josh Allen has to be great. Now, no, I'm not saying the first 5 weeks he's been a more efficient quarterback.
Sure.
I'm saying he's a better player, and he has to be that in order to beat them. He's got to be that.
To add to that, Davis, too, I think for the Bills, the key is actually Gabe Davis. He has to catch a couple go balls. We all know Stephon Diggs will get his. Yep. That combination, Allen and Diggs, will be fine. Davis needs to step up like he did today, catch a couple go balls, get a couple explosives, and that'll keep this game very close.
I see what you guys are saying, and I understand the whole Josh Allen needs to be special, but when we see Josh Allen try to be special, sometimes it just falls off a cliff, and you just don't know which version of Josh Allen you're going to get.
I would say this. Against Zach Wilson, then be safe, Josh. Against Tua in this Miami offense, you got to be special. That's
okay, so you got to go for it. Travis Kelce went for it with Taylor Swift. Yes, we have to talk about it. She accepted the invitation to Arrowhead. She was sitting alongside Mama Kelce in the box watching. Now, Davis, when you saw that T. Swift was at the game, did a Travis Kelce anytime touchdown become the biggest lock of potentially the year?
I feel ashamed to admit this, but yes, it absolutely did. Right away, I jumped on my phone and tried to find that prop. I found it and it hit. But I'm ashamed that my analysis has come to seeing what pop stars in a box. But I would say this, Mama Kelce, what I learned two things. Mama Kelce's really cool.
Yeah.
She's not fazed by it. It's just a little clap. She's not looking at Taylor Swift. She doesn't care. And the second thing I learned is Luke has a shot. Luke has a shot with Taylor Swift.
He could have.
They're both
Explain this logic.
Shoot your shot.
The logic is you're both 6'5", you both can block, and you both can catch a ball down the seam. She got a type. You're her type.
I don't know about that. I'm not buying that, Davis. But you know what upsets me? You look at that route by Kelce there. They could have had a nice breakdown of zone coverage. Kelce running the back end line. Explain that to the youth, how this touchdown happened. But instead, we're watching Taylor Swift chest bump in the press box. Okay, I'm here to watch some football.
Luke was very annoyed by all of the T. Swift hype, so we will leave you with this. I've loved you through 3 weeks of the season, honey. I want them all.
I don't know what that
Back
means.
to SportsCenter. They are disgusted with me right now.